Do you want to build a complex rocket from plans? I'm Tim Van Milligan from Apogee Components, and in this video series we're going to show you how to build a complex rocket like this one. We're going to call it the SpaceShip-Two-ish, and I'm going to show you all the tips and techniques that you can use to build things like this.
Welcome to Advanced Construction Videos, where we show you how to tackle rocketry, building techniques, and more. On our website, we sell kits, motors, building supplies, and electronics. So come and learn, shop, build, and fly when you visit us at apogeerockets.com.
Okay, I'm going to build the Starship-Two-ish plan. Now, I'm building this from a plan just like you are. So my first step is I got to get the lay of the land. Like, what is this thing that I'm building? So what we can see here at this printout, it's got a main body tube here, and that is going to be a 3-inch tube, this size, a 3-inch nose cone, and then it's got 2 side pods. If you look over here, you see the end view. These are 33 millimeters, which is BT55. And then it's got these big wings, and then there's 3 fins on each of the 2 tails. And then down here at the bottom, we have our new 3D printed boat tail engine retainer combination. So that's going to go on here. And this kit was kind of designed around this thing because we wanted to show it off. But the problem that you see from here is that there's multiple pieces of wood that make up each of these fins. So here are the different fin patterns. We're going to need multiples of these, but it's kind of hard to tell from looking at this where exactly they go. So what I did was I went into the CAD drawing that Martin made. Now, Martin designed this kit, not a kit, it's a plan, and he did it in CAD, and so I printed out some of the drawings. And so this first one, I just made the tube invisible so that I could see the different fins, where they are located and how they're going to be glued together. So here is the one of the tails. It's got the central horizontal tail, which is this one right here, these 2. And then it's got a vertical tail. Or actually, these are the vertical tails. Looking at this backwards, this is the vertical tail, and it goes through the tube. And then it's got a horizontal tail that's made up of 2 parts. So I printed out some different views so that I can understand what all these pieces of fin mean. So now that I have these, and hopefully these will go into the plan set, I'm going to cut out all of these, and we're going to mount them onto wood so that we can cut them out. So some of these main ones here, this one is 1/4-inch balsa wood, and this one is 1/4-inch balsa wood, and these 2 are going to get glued together. And then here are the tail pieces, and there's going to be multiples of these. So my first step is to cut these out. And then we're going to put them onto the wood. You can see this one is a curved line. Those are always fun. You can see that when I'm cutting these out, let me move these out of the way. I'll do one for right now, and then we'll do another one. So you can see that I don't cut all the way to the edge, and that's because I'm lazy. Here I've got some spray adhesive, and it doesn't matter which brand you use. That's why I'm covering it up. you want the low tack spray adhesive because we're going to put this on the wood and we want to peel it off. And if you get the high tack variety, they're harder to peel off and it leaves a lot of residue. So I'm just using the multi-purpose low tack variety. And you want to spray this outdoors or into a box. I got a box here. You don't want to be breathing this, is what I'm saying. So don't be like me. And so we're going to spray the backside just lightly. And this one goes on a piece of 1/4-inch balsa wood. So there's balsa wood and basswood, and this is going to be the balsa wood. And you can see the wood grain direction is this way, and that matches these lines in the wood. That's called your wood grain. So I want to make sure that that is parallel. And this one is going to be really tight. So what I'm doing is I'm holding it up in the light and seeing if I can see the edge of the wood, making sure that I don't go over the edge of the wood. Okay, so that's good. And then you smash it down, and then you're going to take your hobby knife. You're going to start cutting. So anywhere there was a straight edge, we're going to use a ruler. And you always want to lay the ruler on top of the pattern so that if your blade comes off the ruler, it doesn't go into the part. So here's going to be my first cut. And this is 1/4-inch wood, so this is going to take multiple passes. All right. This is a fin tab right there. I'm going to cut all the way through like that. You'll see that I've got my finger up against the blade to kind of steady it, and I'm holding it tight, and I'm holding the ruler down tight so that it doesn't slide around. So this is kind of like the technique that I use. And you heard that snap? That meant that I'm part way through here, but I don't want this part of the wood to start moving on me. So I'm going to put this finger down there, right there, to anchor it in place to make sure. And then when I move the blade, you see that finger comes up. Don't want to stab my finger. Okay, then you heard the rest of it. Okay, so now we got that edge and that edge cut out. You'll find that going with the wood is always the easiest. Again, we'll lay it on top of the wood and then draw down. You can see, man, this one is like really close to the edge. All right, so now this one's going to be a little bit harder because I got a notch here. In fact, I might do that notch all the way down. And this is going to be inside the tube, so it doesn't have to be like super pretty. And now I'm going to do here. Okay, so now this one little corner right here is beveled, and I'll just bevel it like that. It's not so pretty. That's okay, you're not going to see it. Oh, and my paper just moved, which is deadly. Spray it a little bit more this time. Now I got to be sure to align it just perfectly. So I'm kind of pushing here, and smash down. Okay. Okay, so now this one's going to be kind of hard because I'm going to be coming up into here and I don't want to go into that tab. So I got to kind of look over my fingers, find out where the end is. And I'm going to come back around this side. All right. Yeah, it's not as pretty as I would want, but this is 1/4 inch of wood, so it's a little hard. So now this one here, I got a freehand. So when you freehand, you got to go really slow. Again, you see my finger right up against the edge of the blade. It's not under the blade, it's on the edge, so that protects my finger from being cut. But that allows me to get my finger as close to the tip as possible, making sure that it's not going to wiggle on me. You can hear it snap, which is a good thing. All right. Okay. Let's see what that edge looks like. Not too bad. It's probably not perfect, but it's not too bad. Okay, so that is the technique for cutting out all the wood pieces. And as I said, there's a whole bunch to cut out. Like this piece right here, you're going to need 2. The piece that I just cut out, I'm also going to need 2 of that. It's pretty much 2 of everything, except for these vertical stabilizers. There's probably 4 of those. Two times vertical stabilizer. Okay, and then you'll also notice that the type of wood, this is basswood. The only one that's balsa wood is the 1/4 inch, so everything else is basswood. The next time you see me, I'll have all my pieces of wood cut out. It's going to take some time, but enjoy it. Put on a movie or something, or put on one of the Apogee videos and watch me do something else, like one of these videos down here.